Hi, today is January 15th. This is the startup vlog, and my name is Emmy. Welcome. Welcome to Munich. Although I'm not showing you any footage of the city today. I don't know if you ever go to the startup vlog, which is where I post my videos, but I put that idea page there, and then I decided that I liked, oh my god, I can't remember. I've all these new names, it's hard for me to remember. The one in California who did the little driving scene today, I liked that a lot. So I decided that when you're vlogging and there's something that either matches one of those ideas or is a theme that I like, which would be the driving, you know, the time-lapse video. So I put him down as an example. And I wasn't sure how to cut it. Like, if someone's going to click on it, they're going to hear him talking first and then see the video. So I think I may actually put down the second that the time-lapse actually starts so they can see that. Because what he did is he did the time-lapse and then he put the music on it so that you can see where they're driving. I'm one of those people who likes watching that kind of stuff. Anyways, I put that down as a type of drive vlogging. And I talk about a little bit of drive vlogging and equipment and that kind of stuff. Because, you know, I do all kinds of research on that. Just because I like to. Might as well put it someplace. So I put it over there. So if you have a video like that, I'll let you know that I stuck it up there. Yeah. Today is Metabolic Balance Day. Happy Metabolic Balance Day! So you should all have balanced metabolisms today. Don't eat too much sugar or flour. I've been listening to vlogs today, and because the theme is home, I am going to talk a little bit about home. And for me, home and family is together, but I'm going to try to stick with just home. So I'm a multicultural child. My father's German, my mother's Colombian, and I was raised in Madison, Wisconsin, which means that I was the ethnic minority of the state. There, every time the immigrant workers came into town, they're like, "Oh, Emmy, you talk to them." I'm like, I don't know Mexican, because Mexican Spanish is very different than the Spanish my mother taught me. Anyways, so I was treated, it was me, and there was an interracial child whose father was from some African country and his mother was from Wisconsin. She and I were it in the school. I think I mentioned in another blog of like 1,000 kids. We were the only two ethnic. And in high school, I always put down that I was Hispanic and white, you know, because you have to always choose, at least when I went to high school, you always had to choose what you were, what were you? And I was like, huh, what am I? With that background, I never felt, I never had a feeling of being homesick, so I never missed a place. And I never felt like I was home. I always enjoyed every place that I lived, but I never felt home. It never felt like that was home. And I always felt like I needed to go someplace else because there must be someplace else. I think the first place that I actually felt at home was when I lived in Singapore. And I felt at home in Singapore because it's a country of multiple cultures. And then I found out that I feel really comfortable being around people who are of many cultures. So I think it's when it's only one culture that I start having like only one culture, like a strong cultural identity. So growing up in the Midwest, there's a strong cultural identity of being not only Midwestern but American. And I think sometimes that was a little hard for me because I wasn't just one, I was three. And they've done research of that, of children like me, and we become like little chameleons because we move from one to the next, and we just blend into that culture. It just becomes part of us. But it was never really home until I went to Singapore, because you're surrounded by people who have three cultures, and many of them have grown up with three cultures, and so I felt like I was around people who were with me. And I guess I projected that because people kept saying, welcome home to Singapore. I was like, but I'm not Singaporean, and they just kind of like, That was the first place that I felt at home. And then sometimes I feel home here in Munich. The culture is very familiar, so I don't feel at odd. I feel more at home here than I did in the Midwest. Because my parents didn't raise me like the other children, so I didn't have that same sense. Like, they raised me American, but I didn't have that same sense of being American. As if there was any sense of being American, you know? But that's, for me, what I wanted to talk about with the idea of home. If you do any kind of videos that are in that idea page that I posted, you can just send me the link or put a video response below my video so that I can actually put that on the page and as an example. All right, have a good day and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.